on to you Leos out here. Hope y'all are having a great day. So for you Leos, you have the King of Cups, the Three of Wands, and then you have the Knight of Wands. I ain't even got to look at the cards. I just know them. I'm not familiar with them. So for you Leos, Okay, so for you Leos, this is more so about how you Leos are making an effort to actually get the things that you legitimately want. Whether it's finances, love, no matter what it is, you're putting in an effort, right? I've talked about this before, that things have been kind of rocky with you Leos over the past couple of readings. And the reason why is because naturally that's just what happens, right? Everything rises and falls, basically, right? It just depends on if you rise more than you fall. And the point that I'm trying to make here is your life is going through a big transformation because you Leos have to essentially, like, there's a lot of things that was happening in you Leos' life that needed to actually fix itself. And so basically it was slow problems. So now what's going on with you Leos is that your life is starting to actually reconstruct itself for the better. But you have to address certain situations though in order for you to actually get the benefits as soon as possible, right? Because the longer you Leos hold this reconstruction of your life, this reconfiguring of your life, is the longer those problems are going to persist. And this is the reason, and honestly, this is the reason why it is that I'll say some things like how it is that, like, people will say things like, you know, how on one side they'll have problems, right? One side chooses to fix the problems, but on another side, the other side doesn't necessarily want to fix their problems. That other side wants to have the other person listen to what they have to say. This is the reason why it is. This is literally the reason why it is that I say that that's stupid, because this is how problems work. When you have problems, if you don't fix them, every 5 years, they're going to compound. They're going to get worse as time go on. Now, why people don't want their problems fixed? Once again, I have to be transparent. I think it's stupid to not want to fix your problems, because it's going to get worse. If you leave a problem just right there and you don't address it, if you don't fix it, you don't turn it back to or shape it into what you want it to be. If you don't shape the chaos will shape you. Now you have to deal with a compounded problem that's going to take you years to essentially get on out or to resolve. So this is why it is that I say that, oh no, we will be, me personally, this is why it is that I say that whoever is in a relationship with me, we're going to be fixing those problems. If you had that mentality where you don't want me to fix all your problems, oh yeah, it's a dub for me. No, thank you. No, because again, like you not wanting your problems to be fixed. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like the person not wanting the problems to be fixed is stupid. Why wouldn't you want this to be fixed so where you don't have to deal with it again, or you may have to deal with it, but it's rare that you have to deal with it, right? So it's not a burden to you. Why do you just want these problems just sitting there lingering? So I'm saying all that to say that that's what you Leos are working to resolve. You're not trying to have all of these problems waiting on it, and then the next thing you know, they start compounding every 3 to 5 years. They start getting worse the longer you hold on to it and you don't resolve it. So the thing about it is that the Page of Wands and the Emperor right here represents you Leos not only taking the steps to resolve the problem, but you Leos are also being patient about it as well, because what I'm seeing here is that you Leos have some problems that you have to fix, like I said, and a lot of and some of these problems are very much so important. Now they're all important, but some of them are not as easy to fix one time or soon as some other problems in your life will be easy to fix, or that easy to fix, right? Or yeah, to resolve. So the situation for you Leos is that you are being patient, but also paying attention to each problem, um to each problem. And my suggestion to you, and I say this all the time, right? One problem at a time, solve one issue at a time. You don't want to bite down this whole sandwich, because it's a lot to chew. It's a lot to bite down. If you try to tackle all your problems all at once, you're not really going to get any of your problems fixed whatsoever, because you're spreading yourself thin trying to fix all of these different problems all at once. So one of my suggestions to you Leos is to make a list. Like on your iPhone, you have a notes tab on your iPhone, if you have it, right? If you have an iPhone. I know some of y'all may have different phones. Whatever kind of smartphone you have, there's a notepad on your iPhone or Samsung or whatever. Type in some of the things that you have to resolve. On my iPhone right now, I have a whole laundry list. It's called the to-do list. I have a whole laundry list of things that I literally want to do, that I'm literally going off, like I said before, literally going through, checking off, because I literally have it written down as an important task that I have to essentially do. I have to resolve. So I'm saying all that to say that, because you can now start like points, right? Like a power presentation, right? Like a PowerPoint presentation, going through some of these points, right? These issues, and actually start marking them off one by one, instead of you just like, oh, where do I even start? X, Y, Z, bro. And I'm not saying that you Leos have chaotic minds. What I'm trying to say is to organize it so you get to one problem at a time. Because the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Wands right here represents, if this is for love, if this is love, then be prepared, like I said before, to kind of let go of a lot of people who are really not really ready to actually be in relationships. So this may be a little bit of a time for you Leos where you may end up playing the field, because no one doesn't really last long enough with you, due to the fact that they're not necessarily ready to actually be in a relationship and do what it takes. For you Leos, that where this is more so financial, job wise, like responsibilities and things like that, right? Like living expenses, right? And stuff like that. This very much so is about how you Leos have to get your financial situation in order, from the perspective of like, understand it more, study it more, like study it, right? Understand it more, get a better perspective of how it is that you're essentially moving. So because the Two of Wands and the Six of Pentacles represents you want to make sure that you're on it, right? And it seems managerial, it seems burdensome, it seems like, well, why is it that you got to act like that? And part of the reason why is because sometimes you kind of have to peek back in just to make sure that things are going well between yourself and your finances. They are their own energy. So you want to make sure that everybody is doing their position right, with taxes, with how much it is that you making. You don't want Uncle Sam knocking on your door, some IRS agents knocking on your door over some nonsense because of the fact that whatever, right? Of course, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing, handle your business with these taxes or whatever, and get these people up on out of your life, because they're parasites. I'm saying they're burdensome, right? Nobody want to pay taxes, of course, but Do what it is that you need to do to get these people up on out of your life, right? Don't manifest these people. You know what I'm saying? You know, throwing some magic dust. Don't manifest these people. So the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, right, of course I'm being right, like I'm joking, right? But you know, I'm being facetious, but I'm being serious though. And the thing is that the six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and then you Leos have the Justice right here. This represents, make sure that you ask questions. Like when you start making new alliances, whether it's business, right, your new business, really get a chance to really study where it is that you are. Understand what's really going on with you, what's really going on, the politics, right? If they play politics at all, what exactly is it that people really, truly, in truth do, right? Understand what it is that you're getting yourself into. If this is a romantic relationship, maybe you and the person didn't necessarily work out because they weren't really ready. They would now they may have changed, you know, changed direction, talking about you Leos may be moving too fast. Listen, regardless of whatever it is, the point that I'm trying to make here with you Leos is that you will have less of a difficult time if you have more education about what your problem is. See, the problem is that most people don't take the time to study their problems. Study and learn your problems. See, once again, this is what I mean when I say, this is probably the reason why I'm still single. Because people like chaos and BS in their life. And everybody has a little bit of chaos in themselves. But I don't like so much chaos. Am I chaotic? Absolutely, I'm chaotic. Yes. Everyone, without exception, has chaos. It's called unpredictability. It's called creativity, right? If you're creative, that's chaos. If there's a side to you that's unpredictable, that's chaos. By definition, that's what it is, right? So everybody, without exception, has chaos in them. So the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, so you can either allow it to shape you, you know what I mean, or you can shape it. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to have 100% control over it, but what I'm trying to say is you can have some influence. You can have some form of control over it, some form of influence and control over the chaos that's going on. How? By studying your problems, like I said before, studying it, understanding why, right? You know, so again, you know, like I said, this is why I'm probably single, because the person who gonna get with me, would get with me, I should say, well, you're going to have to deal with the fact that I don't want to hear you talk this nonsense about you don't want me to fix your problems. If I'm going to be with you, I'm not going to just allow problems to fester for years and years and years and years and years where we could fix it. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't want to fix it. And this is this is not like a character flaw of yours, right? That's innate. This is something that's not necessarily attached to you, but is associated with you, right? Why wouldn't you want that fixed? So the point that I'm trying to make here with all of that is, for you Leos who are stepping in, who's having this problems, romantically, I should say, this person who's giving you a hard time where it didn't necessarily work out, they know that you Leos are too good for them. And you know that they know that you Leos are going to find someone that's amazing. It's just that you Leos are too good, right? Talking about romantically. Now, career-wise, financially, health-wise, and everything like that, you Leos are in a situation, right, where you may want to lay low and just handle your business on the low. Don't really, like, you could, like, I'll say this, go to people who know what they talking about. Go to people who specialize at this stuff. That way you ain't got to worry about if you have anything to lose, right? Go to people who specialize at this stuff. And what I mean by that is, if it's a problem with taxes, go to people, go get another accountant. If it's people on the job or whatnot, socialize, right? Talk to people who work there for a certain amount of time. Get to know them. Find out what it is that they are about. You know? So let's clarify the justice. Study your problems. So for you, you have the Hierophant. Study your problems. The Three of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Yeah, I've seen it. Nine of Swords. No, 10 of Swords. Close. So the Hierophant, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles represents, yet again, study your problems. Listen to yourself. Listen to what you have to do, right? It is another thing, too, that's popping up in my head with this Hierophant card. Be patient. Take time out to turn off all the stimuli. And what I mean when I say the stimuli for you Leos, the TV, the cell phones, just lay there. And it's going to be difficult, but lay there. Let you have some peace. Take some time. Think about your issues. Like I said, what are the best things? Give yourself that rest. The Three of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, right? And that answer that you come up with, if it's well thought out, that's the answer. The Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords, you ain't even got to tell people about it. Because why it is another reason too, is because some people, especially the uneducated ones in this area, they're going to tell you some nonsense. How many times have I, the reader, right, got up here on these YouTube videos, on this YouTube channel, and debunked so much lies and false narratives, which are lies, that were once thought to be true, but actually are not. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Commenting helps, leaving a like helps, subscribing definitely helps. Trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. You know, people have told me that they love the channel so much. I would really like to see if that kind of large of a number is even possible for me, right? Because I said this before, I know that I'm an acquired taste. So I just would like to see if I'm capable of that, right? If we are capable of it. And then not only that too, my dear Leos, but also there's a link in the comment section below. Please come through and get the readings. The merchandise that I have, right? The Kareemspiritworks hoodie and stuff like this that I have. As well as the books that I have there on Amazon. Check those out too. That hits my Cash App. Right, when you purchase anything, it goes to my Cash App, specifically the merchandise and the books. That really does help, by the way. So just want to say thank you. Peace.